Everybody, we are back for Dolla Dolla Bets. We've got 4 people today. We've got Curtis, we have Debo, we have Caitlin. Bobby Betts is out boozing somewhere, but someday he's made one of the last 10 pods, and Debo and I are going to share. And Curtis was in on this group text of this Bobby Betts story, just that the people want to know about what he's doing. He said he woke up this week and he wanted to put a. Who was the team he bet on? He thought he was betting on an NBA game. Debo, what was the team? It was.
Was it the Bucks? I don't know.
He was. I mean, first of all, why are you waking up in the middle of NBA game? Like, what's your schedule like where you're asleep then and waking up? And he realized it was an esports game. So he threw $200 an esports game on the team he picked, just some random dude playing esports, and he ended up winning. He got so lucky on that one, but yeah. So for those of you out there, when Bobby Betts comes back, follow his esports picks. Not so sure about his regular picks.
Yeah. He's I think he's 2-0. I mean, we used to do accidental bets. Like, he used to do a lot of accidental bets. I'm like, no, I had this. No, I thought you said that. But let's just say it was the Thunder. I don't think it was the Thunder, but so yeah, he thinks he's betting on the Thunder, but it's an esports game. Like, guys playing video games against each other.
Oh my God, that's right.
And he ends up winning. Checks. I think the other team lost. Well, it wasn't the Thunder, because he's like, oh shit, I lost. But the Thunder aren't losing. We know this. But whatever team it was, I forget. I can look it up. Irrelevant. He bet on an esports team. I don't know where.
That's a sign, Bobby. That's a sign. 1-800-GAMBLER, Bobby. Anyway, let's get to. Even though this is a gambling podcast, we still can make fun of him because we love him. But he'll be back soon. All right, let's recap last week. 2 of you weren't here. Caitlin and I were here. We had some picks. And Caitlin, how did you do last week?
I didn't do that great with any of your picks. I didn't do that great with.
Wait. Picks. Let's phrase that. Yes, college picks. No, but yeah. All right. Yes.
No, your college picks were good.
Yeah.
I won on a bunch of your college picks, but the NFL picks, no. That Eagles-Chargers game was just, that was tragic. But, I mean, it was a great, tip and pick. So, I mean, it was a good game, I guess, at the very end. But, I mean, I'm sad that I lost that bet. And then I lost the Ravens over the Steelers. That was not expected.
No, that wasn't.
Then the Saints and the Bucks game. That one was not good. But I did take the Texans over the Chiefs, and that one I won on, so that was good. But
yeah, my son was at that game. He liked that.
Yes.
He said it was pretty cold, but he enjoyed that one.
Charlie was at that?
Yeah, he was at Arrowhead last week.
Wow, Charlie at Arrowhead.
Charlie at Arrowhead. He said he had a group of them. One of his friends had a Texans jersey. Somebody else had a Bears jersey. He was wearing a Patriots jersey, and they were watching all the Chiefs fans slowly trickle out of the stadium as they were losing. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
6.
Right.
Yeah.
You're probably going to hear that a lot from second graders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think that those were the ones that I won and lost on in the NFL.
Yeah, I had the square for the end of that game. If a couple times, if the Eagles came down and scored a touchdown at the end of regulation, I would have hit the $1,000 square at the end. That didn't happen. Went to overtime, and then if the Eagles got a touchdown, got a walk-off touchdown, I would have won it also. But the Chargers won, so at least the Eagles lost.
Yeah, I actually won our pool on that Monday night game. I won the
Willowwood speaking
pool.
of Debo's pool, the Willowwood pool, if you want to do a donation to the Debo fund, just go put some money in. It's one of those pools where you bet and you never see the results, but Debo's won how many times, Debo?
Twice.
That's it? Okay, that's not bad. All right, it's not rigged then. It's only twice.
And then Mike won twice, and he also works with me. And then the chef has won twice. So
yeah,
you've won.
I won once, but there's only 4 other people in the pool, so it wasn't a big payout.
Yeah, I mean, just for that reason, I'm not gonna do the pool anymore. I don't want any accusations.
Just messing with you,
Steal
Debo.
10
No, Debo wouldn't do that. He's legit. He's an honest guy.
No,
Speaking of an honest
I hate
guy,
all the backlash for this.
Debo and I have a bet, which we started this podcast with doing
January
doing
1st.
free sports books in California, which are going to go under after January because the new laws passed to outlaw the sweepstakes sports betting ones. So it was not putting any money in,
So it was
see
a
where
good
we're
year.
at. It was a good year. Debo's at almost
I mean, how long
$800.
We've been doing this for 2 or 3
Almost a
years.
year.
How long have we been doing?
Yeah, but the bet was for this year.
But the bet, yeah.
Yeah, the bets ends at the end of this month. Debo's down about 250, so he's got to do some big
What?
6,
Down.
7, 8
I'm
team
down.
parlays.
Don't say down. Don't say
He's
down.
up. He's up like
I'm
$800.
chasing
So
you.
he's
I'm
chasing.
up $800 from free money.
He's up 800. Yep.
I'm down. I mean, I'm second to you. I'm gonna buy you a bottle of Blanton's. That's what it's looking like.
Yes. It's not there yet. So
anyway.
and
We're both up.
if you've been following
There's
me
hope for
on
you.
Instagram,
You're just up more.
just follow the Instagram Debo's picks on player props. I think the problem is he's going like team bets. If he switches to player props, I think he'll catch me because he's been on fire with the player props. So
The player props, I've had an unreal like last 2 weeks, and you don't know it if you're following our Instagram or I'm not giving these out. It's just like my picks, but I've shown Matt and multiple people. But every time I make a pick public, like an Instagram, whatever, it's got bad luck all over it. And I admit I was so cold on those. Did hit one, but it's just it's like cursed every time I put it on social media. Whatever, I'm gonna keep doing it and just fade me.
no, but your other ones have been
promo code
so.
and everything.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm going to do with Matt this week on his NFL picks. But
Fade my NFL picks, but hammer the college picks.
College picks are good.
yeah,
I made big money last week on college picks, and then I lost it all on Sunday. I didn't lose all because I don't bet as much on Sunday games. But all right, let's. I think I went 5 for 5 on college, and then went maybe 1 for 3 on NFL. So it was not good.
5 on college. I followed 4 of them too.
Yeah, it was good. All right, let's get to some picks, and we'll start with people who weren't here. Curtis, let's start you off with some NFL picks. What do you got for us?
I got the Texans over the Cardinals on the money line, minus 560. I mean, the Texans are 4-2 at home. Cardinals are 2-4 on the road. Pretty obvious. So I'll take the Texans over the Cardinals. I'll also take the Jaguars.
Wait, money line's minus 475. That's not a lot of cash coming your way on that one.
Hey, no, I'm thinking about parlaying some of these though.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Jaguars over the Jets on the money line, minus 900. Jaguars 4-2 at home. Jets are 1-4 on the road. Pretty easy as well. So yeah, Jags over the Jets. I'll take your Patriots over the Bills on the money line, plus 100. They're the underdog. I think they should be the favorites every time at this point. I think they've proven their worth. 5-2 at home. Bills are 3-3 on the road. So yeah, I'll take the Patriots with only 2 losses on the season all day. I feel like they're the real deal. They have a shot at the title this year, I think. I'll take the Chargers over the Chiefs on the money line, plus 190. Chargers are 3-2 on the road and just got Amari and Hampton back with that overtime win over the Eagles. So Chiefs haven't looked good. So I'll take the Chargers in this one over the Chiefs. I'll go Eagles over the Raiders on the money line, minus 800. Eagles are 4-2 at home. They had a rough loss against the Chargers, but Raiders are 1-5 on the road. I mean, they're terrible. So I'll take the Eagles to get a bounce back win there. I'll take the Bears over the Browns on the money line, minus 420. Bears are 4-1 at home. They've looked good pretty much most of the season. Browns are 1-5 on the road. It's pretty obvious. I'll take the Bears over the Browns on that one. I'll take my Niners over the Titans. Anybody gets the Titans at this point. Niners are 3-2 at home. Titans are 2-4 on the road with just 2 wins on the whole season. I mean, 49ers just came off a bye, so I think they're going to be fresh and take that one over the Titans. I got 2 more for you guys. Broncos over the Packers on the money line, plus 114. Broncos are 6-0 at home. They only got 2 losses, same as the Patriots. So I'm going to take them over the Packers. It'll be a good game though. Packers are a good team.
Good to
and
see
the
you not
last
go
one I'll
all
go
chalk. Didn't go all chalk on that.
Steelers over the Dolphins on the money line -190. Steelers are 4-3 at home. Dolphins are 2-4 on the road. I'll take the Steelers over them.
Right, lots of picks. Curtis bringing the whole slate right there.
Curtis is betting on every single NFL game.
Every game.
Not every game, just some.
Pretty close. All right,
almost.
But a lot of favorites.
All right,
so
let's go to Debo.
You could parlay some of those with one of the plus ones, yeah.
If you were to parlay Texans, Eagles, and Jaguars, which I just did, it's -200. So you still have to put up 200 to win 100. And if one of those teams loses, then your parlay is fucked. So, and I mean, if you add the Niners in there, you still are probably not getting even money. So, yeah. All right,
it's not Debo's way. Debo's going to go a different route, but that's all right.
Well,
next, like I said, in January,
and that's why we fade Debo.
And in January, we are going to have the pod contest like Debo and I had this year. We'll figure something out where we'll keep score of all this stuff and see who's and teasers will help us out with that too. Our partner teasers will help us with that.
Absolutely.
All right, Debo, what do you got?
So I got to give it up to I got 3 picks for you, and one is New England money line. Matt, give me the home team here, and I'm one to back Josh Allen. This Bills team, I love Josh Allen.
He's a good player. It's a gamer.
New England's coming off a bye, for one, and for two, I mean, this Bills defense is not like the Cincinnati Bengals defense, who Josh Allen just went crazy over last week. And this New England defense is just a lot better, and just they tighten up the screws and all in the front four, the secondary linebackers, just overall better. And just give me the Patriots. Sorry, I'm going on a rant. My edible just hit. But yeah, Curtis stole my pick too, so I'm kind of mad. And my other two are player props. I got Brock Bowers, anytime touchdown. He's been last year. I think I saw him at like even money for this at one point, and right now I saw it at +250 on DraftKings, and then right on my side it was +200. But Brock Bowers, anytime touchdown. They're playing the Eagles. I expect them to be down in this game, and maybe probably get like a late Brock Bowers touchdown, third or fourth quarter. Chasing a 20-point deficit. So give me Brock Bowers. That'll pay out. +200 right now. So, or +250 on DK. Last one is Caleb Williams over 18.5 rushing yards. The Bears are playing the Browns. It's going to be 10 degrees, 15 mile per hour winds. Not too bad for Chicago, but it's definitely a cold one, and there's going to be a lot of rushing. So when Caleb does drop back, he's probably gonna get some yards rushing, scrambling, but they're gonna have some design runs, I believe, for this game, because it's gonna be hard to throw the ball in that colder weather.
True.
Give me Caleb Williams over 18.5 rushing yards, and then fade me and you'll win. So go under.
All right, Caitlin, what do we got for NFL?
Okay, so I've been doing really well at picking the under or over for the points. So that's where I'm going in this direction this week. So I have Chargers over Chiefs, and I think that game is going to be under 41.5 points. So I'm going to go with the under, and I'm going to pick the Chargers, but I'm not going to screw with any of the points. I'm just taking the Chargers. So I might parlay that because I think the Chargers are going to win, even though the Chiefs are at home. They're coming off a really solid win. So I might parlay that one. And then I'm going with the Texans over the Cardinals. I'm going to take that one under 42.5. I might take the -9.5 for the Texans, but the Cardinals put up a decent showing last week, so I'm 100% sure I'm going to do that yet, but I'm definitely going to take the under 42.5. I don't think that game is going to go above 42.5 points. Then Rams versus Lions. I think that's going to be a high scoring game. So I think it's going to be over 55 for sure. And then the Lions have been doing pretty well, but so have the Rams. So right now they're +6. So I might take that. I'm not going to parlay all of these. I would probably, I'm for sure taking the over on the Rams versus Lions game of 55. And then I'm going with the over 49.5 on the Buffalo Bills versus Pats game. So I think that's also going to be a high scoring game.
Right. I love that everybody has got something on the Patriots game.
Yeah, that's going to be a great game.
Well, it also depends on what you're going to say, though, Matt, because
here's
we need to know what you're going to say so that we pick the opposite now.
No, because the only pick that I've gotten right on the NFL consistently is the Patriots and the teaser. Right?
Over, yeah.
So chance of snow in Foxborough, which you would think the under, but it looks like the snow is going to be in the morning. It's going to be light snow, so that might make the number come down a little bit. So maybe I'd wait a little bit. Bet it.
The wind is
if you do the wind, I'll give you the wind. So let's give you the wind. 7 mile per hour wind. Not a lot of wind for that.
That's nothing.
That's nothing.
Because the wind is more.
That's for a kicker at that point.
So if we do a 6-point teaser, if we do that, Patriots get a touchdown. So it's Patriots +7 and over 43.5. That's a lock. That's like free money right there. Bills can even win the game.
Yeah.
You saw Josh Allen last week.
Bills
they're scoring points.
Sucks. Yeah.
They're just finding, and it's going to be a little bit of a shootout. Patriots, while they're decent defense, they're not as good as they were. They've been giving up points. They'll give up some scores. Be a little bit of a shootout. Even if you don't believe in the Patriots, it's going to be a AFC East little showdown. Take that. I think that's easy money. And now I'm out with NFL. That's all I'm going to give people to save them some money. And unless you want to fade something, I give you another pick that I'm not sure of. Happy to give that. There's not a lot of other things on the board that I feel confident in. No, I'm just going to leave it at that. That's my only pick for NFL this week. All right, let's move on to we got some bowl games. We got some college football playoffs, which I'm still very bitter about with the corrupt college football playoff committee and their SEC bullshit bias for Alabama. But we won't perseverate on that. We'll just get straight to some picks. So, Curtis, Debo, do you have any picks? I know Caitlin's got one. All right,
I always go to you for that, Matt.
All right, Caitlin, what do you got?
I am taking Washington over Boise State in the LA Bowl, and I am going to take the over 52.5 points.
That's it? That's all you got?
That's all I got.
The LA Bowl.
Yep.
It's not the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl.
I'm going with your.
Not my Huskies. I am actually.
I know.
But
when you have picked them, they've won.
They have won.
So that's why I picked them.
But I picked Boise State last week. Boise State looked great, won the Mountain West. I think it means more to them. I don't like the 10 points. I take Boise State money line in the LA Bowl. I might stay away from the over-under. So if that game, if I'm going to pick anybody, I take Boise State money line. Take Boise State +10. Sorry, Boise State +10, not money line. Money line, I might even sprinkle a little bit on that one. 10 points is a lot. I don't think Washington's a decent team, but they're not that good. I'm going to skip a lot of the other games, a lot of kind of meaningless games as far as ones, but let's go to the actual playoff games. Let's take Alabama versus Oklahoma. If you watch that Alabama game, they had -3 rushing yards against Georgia. -3. Oklahoma's got a great defense. Alabama's got a pretty good defense. Over-under is 40.5 points. I think I'm gonna tease Oklahoma in that one. Take Oklahoma and the under in that one. So Oklahoma and the under.
Yeah, two good defenses. Yeah.
Yeah. So Oklahoma's getting +1. You take the under. If you tease that, that's getting you Oklahoma plus a touchdown, under 46.5. I kind of like that bet. Seems like a pretty solid number for that. College football, you get high scoring games, but those two teams just can't score. Especially Oklahoma can't score that much, but Alabama's been struggling lately. Texas A&M versus Miami. Staying away from that game. I think that's going to be a pretty close game. I think the spread's pretty good on that one. Mississippi State blew out Tulane last time. Got Lane Kiffin's gone. I know Caitlin loves to take Ole Miss. I'm going to take the 17.5 with Tulane. I just like the way they finished out their seasons. Taking the 17.5 with that.
Love the Tulane.
Again, at home, Austin Stadium. I don't care that's 21.5 points against JMU. He's treating JMU like when Coach Shig, who's now with Indiana, when they put up those points, JMU is not going to put up that many points against them. So I'd buy the half a point. Take Oregon minus 21 just to be safe. 3 touchdown cover. Those are my 3 college football picks. And for the first round playoffs, remember last year the home teams just dominated, absolutely destroyed everybody in those games. It was pretty weak in those. There wasn't a really close game. Mississippi State Ole Miss is the home team.
ASU game.
The ASU game was great. Scadaboo, right? Yeah. So those are my.
That was a good one. Yeah.
That was a good one. All right, those are my college football picks. Let's move on to some hoops. We'll start with NBA. Anybody have some NBA for the NBA Cup? Anybody, or whatever they call that thing? Anybody picking against Oklahoma State or Oklahoma OKC?
OKC? No.
I actually just placed a wager on OKC to break the record, the Warriors' record, 74 wins. So.
Okay.
Right now, it's last week it was 8-1. Should have jumped on it last week, or maybe like 10 days ago. I just got it yesterday for plus 450. I think they're gonna do it. They're just so deep. Even if Shea goes down for like 2 weeks, they still can do it. I think if anyone else gets injured, like Jalen Williams, they've shown they can do it without Jalen. 25 and 1 right now. Something like that, right, Curtis?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 24 or 25.
I think they're just too deep, and they want to break this record. I'm firing. I fired 100 on it. I think just good odds. It should be more like even money or 2-1.
All right, I like it. Anybody else with NBA?
Yeah, I got 2. If you don't have anything, okay. Caitlin. I will take the Thunder on the money line, minus 480. I mean, the Spurs don't have Wemby. I mean, they don't stand a chance. No offense, but they played really well against the Lakers, but they don't have a chance against the Thunder, in my opinion. But I'll go actually Knicks. I would have said Magic because it looks like they're at home, but I think the Knicks because the Magic don't have Franz Wagner. I mean, he's been a really good player all season, so I'll take the Knicks minus 176.
All right, let's move it on to. Moving on to college basketball. Not a lot of games on the slate tomorrow. We got some games, bigger games this weekend. I'm not seeing many spreads out. Caitlin, if you got some picks for college hoops.
I always do. Well, UConn, that was a game that I won some money on earlier this week.
They beat Florida yesterday. Big win.
Yep.
Revenge game.
Yeah, I mean it was kind of a squeak out win, but they still won. They're playing the Longhorns. The Longhorns put up a lot of points, but I'm gonna take UConn minus 15 over the Longhorns. I think they are gonna.
I'm saying
they're
16,
gonna blow them out.
If you can find 15, good. Shop around.
Yeah,
I see 15.5 on mine.
I saw 15 earlier,
nice.
So.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take that, and then when
games in stores, so it's home game.
Yeah,
Texas traveling a little bit of a down year for Texas. UConn's looking pretty good.
UConn ranked 5, not bad.
Yep.
Yeah, there's no lines or anything out for the other 2 games, but I'm going with my Zags because they've just been blowing everybody out. I mean, Graham Ike has been going off, and, all the 25-year-olds, super seniors, they're just destroying all the other teams. So UCLA, they've been playing well too. So it should be a good game, but I'm just going to take the Zags. And then Arizona also, Koa Pete and Bradley, they've been putting up so many points. They're gonna crush Alabama. So whenever that comes out, I'm gonna probably take whatever points that they put out there, and take Arizona.
Yeah, I kind of like that parlay. Take the Zags, take Arizona, and then Kansas on the road at NC State. Even if it's money line, I might put those three in a parlay. Kansas starting to play better. They've got Peterson back. They looked really good against Missouri. Beat Missouri, their rival, by 20 points this week. So Arizona's been dominating teams. Zag is looking pretty good. Home game. And then Arizona's, I like those three in a parlay as well. So I'm going to jump on those. I like your pick for UConn. I think that the points are a little too much. If it was like a 10-point spread, I might jump on it. I'm a little bit afraid of that high point spread against a decent Texas team, but I don't hate that bet. All right, moving on to some fantasy or player props. What have you got, Curtis?
I'll go quarterback first. Shedeur Sanders for the Browns. I mean, he had probably a career game, but he could probably even up that if he wanted to, because he had 364 yards, 3 touchdowns, three carries, 29 yards, and a touchdown as well. So if you like what you see out of Shedeur Sanders from the Browns, he's going to be the starter the rest of the season. They just announced it recently. So if you're desperate for the playoffs, go get Shedeur Sanders, quarterback for the Browns. If you need a running back, at least a stash, Jalen Wright for the Dolphins. He had the most carries all season, 24 carries for 107 yards and a touchdown, because I think Devon Achane suffered, a rib injury. So he's questionable for Monday night. So he's at least, the handcuff in case, Achane doesn't play on Monday night, because he's definitely overtaken Ollie Gordon now. So if you need a running back, Jalen Wright for the Dolphins. If you need a tight end, Harold Fannin Jr., also for the Browns. He got over 100 yards for the first time this season. He's played really well this season, just kind of flown under the radar just because of, David Njoku as a starter mostly. But yeah, 11 targets, 8 catches, 114 yards and a touchdown against the weak Titans this past weekend. And Njoku looks like he might, miss the game against the Bears this upcoming weeks. If you need a tight end, Harold Fannin Jr. of the Browns. And then if you need a wide receiver, Jalen Coker of the Panthers. He had a really good game before their bye week this week. And he had, I think, about 6 targets, 4 catches, 74 yards, and a touchdown. So if you need a wide receiver with a little bit of upside, Jalen Coker for the Panthers.
All right. Any other player props? Nobody else. James Cook, anytime touchdown
Bueller
against the Patriots. Yeah, that's always a good one. But I hate to bet against my Patriots. But
you can't bet. Yeah, you can't bet against.
I'm not going to do it. But
yeah.
That's like a guaranteed score. Man, it was kind of tough seeing Bucky Irving out there today after he's been riding the bench and the injury list for the whole season for my non-making playoffs fantasy team. But that's all right. And then I lost on the Bucks anyway.
3 touchdowns.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts went off.
All right. Well, had some good picks. Good luck, everybody. Got a decent sports weekend. Not as good the weekend after this. Then all of a sudden we're getting into bowl week. We've got better college football. We've got some big, even for me who doesn't watch the NBA during the regular season, some better NBA matchups. Shout out to LeBron for passing the ball. That was pretty cool to not keep the streak alive and actually to get the win out of it. And then I bet the Lakers last night and they lost and killed my parlay. So that's what happens when you bet the Lakers. All right, so I'm 0 for a lot this week for some last leg of the parlay, but that's all right. We're going to win some this week. Debo, good luck on your pool. Hopefully you get win number 3. Dylan, good luck on the Zags, because I'm going to be riding that one. Curtis with the chalk. Hope you hope you got a big bankroll. Hope you have a big bankroll to.
Hey, parlay.
All right.
Shot.
All right. Yep. All right. Any last?
Well, and
any last words?
congratulations to my Dodgers for their third consecutive win in a row for the championship.
That's old news. We're in the offs. We're well into the off season. We should be talking about Pete Alonso to the Orioles or things like that. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The Dodgers are making deals, and so it's looking like we're gonna go for a
the next time you're going to
three-peat.
talk about that is the day they get the ring, and then it's old news. Then it's a whole new season. Whole new season. But yeah. Yeah, they're going to be good for a while, unfortunately. The Yankees West. Yeah. But we found out that Curtis's fantasy baseball team is named after a Yankee, too. So that's also bad. But
yeah, like I said, I've had Aaron Judge for like a decade, so you kind of had to go with it.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Have a good evening. Happy holidays, and we'll hopefully see you next week.